So this one, it came from 911 actually. It was right after 911, it was January, and I did not like my life back then as a suburban housewife. It just was like, this isn't working for me. So Christmas was my great time, you know, shiny lights and everyone's happy, and you get to eat fudge and all this stuff. And then it's over, and you have to take the stuff back, and traffic and malls, and so it was January. I hate January. I used to, now I like every day. But, you know, Christmas is over, it's cold and gray, like, ugh, and then I'm in this line of traffic, going to the mall, huge line, it's gonna take forever. And there was a homeless man, you know, with the signs, please feed me, I'm hungry, God bless, anything will help. And I was like, God, why are we having all these homeless here? And then on the radio, it started talking about all the troops and the airports now, and we're gonna get Al-Qaeda, and it was just war, war, war. And then the homeless guy there, and I just put my head down on my steering wheel, and I was like, ugh, and I didn't give him anything. Normally I would give something, but it was just, I just felt overwhelmed with sadness and hopelessness. And so I looked in my rearview mirror, hi, and this lady, I saw this beautiful hand reach out of her window and hand him a gigantic orange. And it just, I was looking at it, and just kind of, it was glowing, and his eyes were really big and blue, and it was gray. And she held up that orange, and it was like the sun, and then his blue eyes, and it was just one of those moments. I thought, oh my gosh. So, I don't remember, some publisher asked me to write an essay about it, and so I wrote it, and then my friend read it. She goes, Dianna, you know that's a picture book. Really? And so this is short, so I want to read it to you, because I thought when I saw that orange, it was like, I wonder where that orange came from and how it ended up in his hands. You know? So it starts out in a land that glowed with spring light and orange blossomed. Bees feasted on nectar, sweet as honey, until the petals fell away and the orange began to grow into what it was meant to be. It grew slowly and steadily, fed by the earth's soil and the ocean's breath. Soaked with rain and drenched in sunshine, the orange grew plump and bright until a hand, brown with seasons of sun. I was trying to think they're Mexicans mostly who do it, so how do you say that? Brown with seasons of sun, plucked it from its branch while dew still glittered on the leaves. Its days of growing were over, but there was life in it yet, and it still had far to go. So this is really simple, but I had to do a lot of research. Like, when dew glittered on the leaves, that's when they pick them. They have to pick them early in the morning. From bag to basket, and I have to find out the process of how you pick it from a tree and then what happens. Truck to truck. It followed the skyway over mountains, across deserts and plains until the orange arrived at a grocery store. There it rested, aglow with the goodness inside it, until two hands, small and soft, took it from the pile and called it the best one of all. Carrying it home, the child felt its roundness and imagined himself a juggler, a pitcher, a fortune teller who could see tomorrow. That night, as ice gleamed on the branches, he dreamed of a land that shone in summer light. When morning came, the orange reached the end of its journey, bursting with the seasons inside it. And two hands, pink with cold, shared its segments so that everyone could taste the sweetness of an orange in January. That came from that moment, just that moment, some ideas. That's where they come from, with the help of your friends too. And I tried to, when I turned in the manuscript, I had it giving it to a homeless man on the street. She goes, no, I think we'll do a playground. I said, the homeless man is better. And she goes, no, I think we'll do a playground. I said, okay. Because once you sell a manuscript, it's not yours anymore. And you know what I did when I started writing is I checked out. I had to get 2 library cards, maybe because it was all I wanted to do. I wanted to write books, and so I checked out maybe 40 books a week, and I read them all because I wanted to. I found out what I liked and what I didn't. And sometimes I would copy the text of other writers to kind of feel the flow. So I started out in journalism in my 20s and had written kind of all my life, just because that's what I like to do. And then after my kids were born, I said, and I was reading them books, and I said, oh, I'm going to write a children's book. I can do that easy. I'm a writer. It took me 4 years to sell the first one. And so I was like in my own personal college doing this, taking workshops, studying, copying text, checking out books, reading like crazy, seeing what sold, what didn't sell, jotting down publishers of the books I liked. That's a good thing to do because you don't want to just submit like crazy to anybody. I just write about what I want to write, and when I'm writing it, I'm not really thinking about the kid. I'm writing for myself. And so I was doing a school visit near NASA a year or so ago, and these 2 teachers, usually teachers don't talk to you, they feel kind of shy, you know, like, oh, author, but the kids, you know, will you sign my arm, you know, and so these 2 teachers just came up to me, and they were almost just hopping up and down, like, we have a question for you. I said, what? They said, did anything traumatic happen to you in your childhood that made you write about nature? It's an interesting one. When did I first start writing about nature? And I was 9, and my parents had gotten a divorce. We'd gotten uprooted from our neighborhood, had to leave all our friends. All of a sudden, my mom had grand mal seizures. All of a sudden, I'm 9 and 10 years old. I'm taking care of my mom. Like, oh my God, the world doesn't make any sense. So I'd go outside and I'd write really horrible rhyming poetry about ribbons and bows and flowers and all this stuff. Because in a world that often doesn't make sense, nature makes perfect sense. And it's beautiful. And so their question was brilliant, really. That's pretty much was true, you know? And then, you know, we all have our traumas and stuff. And so, you know, like at my unhappy time, I turned to the moon and we go, okay, I want to find out everything we can about the moon. Being a parent and really struggling with it, I would watch National Geographic and watch how the parents were with their babies, and that made sense to me, and it helped me too. Same with the nest book, watching, like, oh, we're so similar, the mama bird, papa bird, mom and dad.
Is it worth knowing curriculum guidelines when you write a book?
I don't care about them. I just write what I want to write. Probably some people take that into consideration, but no, I just write what I want. I like it to be pure. So I'm not gonna, I don't want stuff like, oh, that's not gonna fit into the curriculum, or, you know. Actually, I just wrote what I wanted, and now they're core curriculum books after we changed the guidelines, so I don't have to do anything. If you just write what you want to write, and you do it well, and you do your research, like, you know, Scholastic picking this up for their curriculum.
Social studies.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not thinking about that. I didn't even know I was writing social studies. I didn't even know I was writing science until that won the science award. I'm writing science?
But I think that might be an advantage, that realistic fiction has over not totally fiction.
Yeah. Like, this is fiction, nonfiction.
Yeah.
It's nonfiction.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, editors are, because the core curriculum has become so important, and nonfiction, really good nonfiction books in the past have been kind of hard to find. And I submitted something to my editor at Dial before the merger. And she said, no, just send us nonfiction. We're looking for nonfiction. So if you, or historical fiction, you know, something that with a huge element of nonfiction in it. And they're looking for science, engineering. So a carousel. So when I say engineering, it's not necessarily boring stuff, but it's what kids can identify with.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can look around, kids want to know how everything works.
Yeah.